Right, year day table for the age of Aquarius. It says calendar, but it's not really a calendar. It's a year day table or a year night table. Right, the current year is 58, which is equivalent to the Gregorian calendar 2025. Now, it shows here Sirius here. Oh, no, that's my mouse conflicting. Sirius there. And it says Centaurus 1 Sirius. And it shows that as 10th of February. Reason it says 10th of February is because that's the true imbog. And the Gregorian calendar, Pope Gregory, 500 odd years ago, something like that, when they created the Gregorian calendar from the Julian calendar, they added 10 days. I think their calendar went from 5th of October, and the next day suddenly became the 15th of October. So if you take 10 days off the 10th of February, you become the 1st of February. So 10th of February is in fact 1st of February. February being Februm, month of purification, Roman thing, pagan thing. So obviously it's not 14 days in one of these. Now, get out! Bloody cat trying to get in the bloody house again. Bear with me. I'll go and get the cat out. I've got him out. All right, cat's gone. Right, okay then. Not our cat, neighbour's cat, who doesn't look after the cat. Another neighbour looks after the cat, and he keeps trying to adopt us, which is nice of him. He's sweet, little black cat. So sweet, but he's very cheeky. Right then, okay, back to this. No, because Mrs. not well. Right, okay. Now, right. Obviously, looking at this, you've got Centaurus, Arcturus, Vega, Capella, Rigel, Procyon, Achernar, Sirius, and Canopus. Yeah, 9 bright stars in the night sky. So obviously at night it honours the 9 bright stars in the night sky. During the day, every day is a Sunday because the sun's shining down upon you. That's my mentality of that. So here on this year, Centaurus 1 Sirius is Imbolg, which is a Celtic pagan heathenry type date. We honour in that because my late brother, who was honoured by the Crabwood Crop Circle, and he was firmly pagan, Celtic pagan. So, because he joined the family upstairs in the heavens. Yeah, okay. So, obviously, come across, scrolling across. Will it let me scroll across? No. Right, okay, let me go back to my picture. Where's my picture gone? That's not my picture. Something strange going on here. Bit strange. Right. Won't let me show my picture. Oh no, that's it. Right, yeah, here's my picture. Right. Now my little arrow won't work out now. So coming across, I've done here is I've gone from Sirius to Achernar. Reason I've done that, I did have it named after the planets, but the word planet means, it's from an old Greek word, planeti, which means a wandering star. And of course we know what's orbiting the sun, along with Earth, are we're the biosphere. The others are exospheres and gas giants. So they're not actually planets as such. So thinking if it's a new age and new beginnings, why keep to the old antiquated, words that meanings aren't matching? So this is my sort of like attempt to modernize the year day table, as you can see here. And what this bit here is, at the start, when the age of Aquarius actually did start, which was 1967, on the true Imbolg, the day before was a leap day. So it was that 366 day. On this year day table, we have periodic 5th year leaps, and it's more accurate than the 4th year leap. So counts 5 up. Reason that is, going all the way down to the first 100, because there are 365.2421986 days per year. And you see I've worked this one out here. 5th year leap remainder is 0.21986 as you add up this decimalization. So for the first 5 years, for it to the decimal after the decimal point to bring up a 1, it took 5 years to occur, because it's 0.21, 5 years. If you times that by 5, you got 1 point, whatever that is, yeah? Off the top of my head. So the leap day, I brought it in here. We can either have on the 8th planeti, or planeth, I call them. But again, because it's wandering stars starting to make sense. So 8th planet, 41 days. Or you could do it on the 9th planet and have 42 days, which would match the 42 principles. Then we could use from first day of Aqua to the last day of Aqua, BSA being the 42nd, every leap year. We could name it after the 42 principles of Maya. You notice I'm using Egyptian there. Well, a lot of religions borrowed the Egyptian concept. And before Christianity was officially adopted by the Romans, they had a choice of 3: Serapean, Mithraism, and Christianity. In the end, they opted for Christianity. Roman soldiers were into Mithraism. And of course, because they had like all of, North Africa and Egypt and all that lot, they, like the Greeks, they sort of was open to the suggestion of the Coptic Egyptian system. That's why you got Coptic Christians and things like that. So I'm not going into that because it's horse poo as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, so does it work? Should do. It's just my making sense of it all. So would this work in daily life? To replace the Gregorian Common Era calendar, I don't think in the short term. It needs improvement, but it's just a starting point. So, because some of these names are, what should I say? Let's have a look. It's not on the list. It's like Aldebaran, name of star. Yeah. The telepathic thought came through and went home star. Who obviously they're listening to me while I'm doing this. So, that's an Arabic word. Yeah, a lot of these star names are Arabic. I think Rigel is an Arabic word. Yeah, Procyon maybe is an Akanar, sounds a bit Arabic. And that's basically your day table. If I scroll back out, that's what it looks like in that system. So as you see, that is that. Magical properties. Now, basically, today at the moment we're on Akanar 4th Canopus 4 Akanar, the 4th planet. Planet as in stars. So we're going to have to find a new word to describe what the Christian system calls a planet. Biospheres, exospheres, gas giants. A new word to describe them, because planet from planeti is just wrong.